companies require influencers. All top companies require.
It's very nice to see you again
And
here in
you,
UK.
and you,
Because the
my
last
friend.
time we saw each other, it was back in 2021, right, in Nanjing.
Well, yeah, when I was living in
So it's
Nanjing.
been a couple of years already.
Yeah, so welcome to my home. Welcome to
Yeah.
the UK. Welcome to my home. It's great to see you again.
Yeah, it's great to see you. I didn't think that I was going to be able to see you in the UK actually. 'Cause
Yeah.
I thought you were going to be living in China forever. But here you are.
I always make time for my friends. Well, it was COVID, right?
Yeah.
COVID affect everybody, Chinese, English, everyone, American. And
I
because
mean, the most important thing is that you missed your family, right?
of course, family and friends, but now the opposite. I now miss my friends in Nanjing a lot, right? Because with social media and WeChat, I talk to them most days.
Yep.
But I still miss the fun we had, the work we done. But I needed to get away because I was stuck in Nanjing for 1 year without my family, without
Yeah.
seeing my daughters, without seeing my grandson grow up. So it was important that I came back. But my plan is still to go back. I still work on projects in China, but remotely.
Last night we had a very interesting conversation about success. Right?
Yeah,
Success
yeah.
in life in general.
Yes.
Because everybody defines success differently, right?
Yes.
Everybody defines success differently, and we're talking about how, for example, I learned foreign languages, and for me, I think you're one of the most successful guys that I know at your age.
Wow, thank you.
Not just because of the stability that you have when it comes to your finance and things like that. I think the most important factor that contributes to your happiness is the fact that you have family and friends. You've been married to your wife for 30, 40 years, right?
30 years.
30 years. And you have your daughters and you have grandchildren now. Versus nowadays, there are a lot of people that are getting divorced. The divorce rate is skyrocketing, and
everywhere.
people are finding it harder and harder to build connections, to build solid relationships with other people.
Yeah.
So you're one of those people that really knows how to maintain relationships, not just in the workplace, but also with your significant other, right? So for me, you're one of the most successful guys in this regard, right?
Thank you. I appreciate
So
it.
how do you define success yourself?
I think, as you said, success is different for everyone. When I was young, I just wanted to be a famous footballer, right? But I was never any good. I was good, but not good enough, right?
Yeah.
Even if I say so myself. But I think success changes as you get older. Like when you're a kid, success can be riding a bike, learning to ride your bicycle for the first time. Academic success, success in relationships. I think it's different. I think success is about you. What do you want? What do I want as Paul? What they want as your follower or viewer, right? It's very individual, and it's got to be linked to your goals. I mean, it's a bit of a cliche and very American to talk about goals and goal setting, but like if you don't have goals, where are you going? Nobody orders a DD, for instance, without knowing where they go. No one jumps in a DD and says, drive, take me anywhere. They say, take me home, or take me to the office, or take me to the restaurant. So you know where you're going. So you should know where you're going in life, or at least have an understanding of where you want to go in life. Otherwise, you just drive around in a DD on the highway, right?
You're just like a hamster on a wheel going nowhere.
Exactly.
Right?
No, exactly.
Your life is getting stagnant.
Yeah, and the hamster will die eventually, right?
Yeah.
In the wheel. Now, I personally think, and I've been lucky. I came from nothing. My father had a really terrible job. My mom didn't have a good job. We were the only people in our area who didn't have a phone. People had cars. My dad had a bicycle, and they worked hard to bring the family. They were young parents, and we didn't get an allowance, as the Americans say, or pocket money. We didn't get that, So any money we wanted to spend on leisure things, me and my brother, we had to earn.
Yeah.
So we would create projects for our friends, and we would make our friends pay to play and things like this. We play cards for money. It's the only way. And when you have that in you, it stays in you.
Yeah.
Right. And for me, I always wanted just to have a nice life, be happy. I know it's simple, right? But then again, you have to define what is happy to you, right? There is no way I thought I would be married to a lady I'm married to, having the life I have. I'm not rich, but I'm comfortable. I don't worry about money. I go on nice holidays. I have a nice car. I have a beautiful home. I have good friends. I eat well. I can go on trips and things. My
Yeah.
businesses are doing okay. I'm teaching at the university. I'm working for some charities.
One of the things that really surprised me was your entrepreneurial spirit at the age
Yeah,
of 50 something, right?
yeah, yeah.
There are a lot of young people that are trying to succeed in life, a lot of young people that want to create a project and stuff. But I don't see a lot of people at your age, in the 50s, for example, that are trying to establish something, that are trying to create new projects. They try to just lead a more sort of peaceful lifestyle rather than trying to strive for something bigger,
Right,
something
right.
greater, right?
Yeah.
So I really admire your passion for constantly seeking, the next project, constantly, trying to create something better, something bigger.
Thank you, thank you. Well, I think it goes back to, like I said, my childhood. We had nothing, so we had to have to work to create money. And some of the things me and my brother done to create money were ridiculous, you know.
Yeah.
But that became part of our personality. I don't think young people get enough opportunity now. There's so much pressure on young people, especially in China, to go the academic route, get a degree, get the master's, get the PhD. But we're not all like that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Well, some of us are designed to be entrepreneurs. Some of us are designed to be singers, artists, not business types. I've worked for big companies and traveled the world and been paid a lot of money and enjoyed it, but not been really happy.
Yeah.
And then, but it took me around the world. I ended up working for Huawei with
Yeah.
IBM and all of these things, met some great people, traveled the world, but I was not inside happy. I try and tell my kids that you get one life. It should be you should live it like a movie that you
Mhm.
want to watch over and over, and you are the star of that movie.
And you're also the director of that
Oh,
movie.
wow! You're the star and you're Tom Cruise. You star and direct, right?
Yeah.
Or Jackie Chan. You star and direct. You don't have to know exactly where you're going because life changes and can
Hmm.
slap you in the face and send you back or off course. But you need to at least understand where you go. And I think for me, it was like I didn't have money as a kid, and I left home early and became a soldier because there was no opportunity in my hometown. So I became a soldier. I joined the military and I re-educated myself. I was always smart at school, but I hated school.
Yeah.
School is not for everyone. I am not academic, but now I teach in university in China
Yeah.
and the UK. So education is important, but it's not everything.
Yeah.
I think what you want out of your life determines where you go in life. Um, and for success for me, it used to be when I was a kid, I wanted to be a footballer, I wanted to be rich, have beautiful
Hmm.
girlfriend, blah blah blah, all of this, big car. Now that's all bullshit, if I may, right? That's all bullshit.
Yeah.
Only the very few people get there. And to get there, I think would be a hell of a journey and not a happy journey, right?
Hmm.
Like, for instance, a footballer's life, if you're lucky, it's 10-year career. But you make a lot of money, but then you become fat and useless and nothing, right?
Hmm.
But for me, I want to add value to myself. I want to add value to others. That's why I focus now on helping young students and young people from not wealthy backgrounds to identify their passion and help create a business from their passion, right?
Hmm.
I don't want, I hate the fact I had a great job, everything, but for me, a job is like just put me in a box. The Matrix. Someone once told me, life is like the Matrix, right? It
Yeah.
is. It is. The Matrix is not real, but you can create your own enclosure, your own prison.
I wanted to also talk about the topic of education with you because,
Okay.
well, first of all, you're a student of life, just like myself.
Yeah,
Because
you are too. Yeah.
even though obviously we took on different paths, and my passion is different from yours, you're in education now, and even though you didn't come from a family of privilege, right?
Yeah.
You dropped out of school early on,
Yeah.
but then you kind of re-educated
Yeah.
yourself, and now you become a lecturer at
Yeah,
university,
yeah.
not just in the UK.
Senior fellow at Lincoln University,
Yeah,
and lecturer in marketing, business, and entrepreneurship, which I love.
yeah.
And also, I was teaching business in Nanjing and Nanjing University of Aeronautics and Aerospace. And I've done speeches on education in
Yeah.
China.
So
Yeah,
you took on a different path.
yeah.
So, but a lot of people are socially conditioned to think that, I need to pass certain exams. I need to go through the traditional route,
So true.
in order to achieve success, right? And I've had this one student who's very disappointed about the fact that he got into a third-tier university or something in China, and he didn't see the point of continuing his education. He thought that, his path was all going to be dark, right?
Yeah.
I think education is sometimes overrated because you're learning a lot of things that you're not going to actually use in life, right? I understand that there are a lot of subjects like algebra or whatever that can help you solve a lot of problems. Unless you're one of the people that's working in the field, I feel like it's not going to directly contribute a lot to your life. It's going to indirectly contribute to your life in the sense that it does help you a little bit with critical thinking skills. You need to kind of think outside the box when it comes to solving problems and stuff. But at the end of the day, I feel like there are a lot of skills that are not based on the kind of skills that we use on a day-to-day basis
Yeah.
in life.
Yeah.
And we lack communication skills, we
Yeah.
lack social skills.
Yeah.
And even if you take a business class in school, a lot of the business lecturers are not entrepreneurs themselves.
So true.
And it's like the book, Rich Dad and Poor Dad.
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah. For me, you've hit the nail on the head. I was a bright kid, but I hated school. I had one teacher who inspired me, and I'd done well in his class, really well. But I got so pissed off with school, I didn't go to school. I used to pretend to go to school and then go swimming in a lake or playing, or having my own adventures until I finally got caught and was made to go to school, right? And I'm smart. I was smart, academically smart. But I just, again, I wasn't happy. My parents didn't put pressure on me. They were educated, but not to a great level. I didn't feel pressure for study. I just didn't like it. It was boring as hell. I wasn't good at maths, but now I can read a financial spreadsheet with my eyes closed, right? All of these things. It's about passion and do you need it? And for me, that's where teachers come in. And lots of teachers are pretty crap at what they do. Not all, but a lot of pretty crap at what they do. Your job as a teacher is not just to pass on knowledge, but how to use that knowledge and show a passion when you're teaching those people, right? And I don't think that's done. And pressure on especially Chinese. I've worked in kindergarten in China, high school, university. It's the same thing. Teacher, blah blah blah. Student, make so much in many notes, right? Go home, do your homework by yourself because your parents are too busy trying to earn a living, pay the bills, da da da. And the pressure on Chinese young people, especially, what drove me crazy. And that's why I am of the same opinion as you. A lot of what we're taught in schools throughout the world, because the education system is pretty much the same. It's designed that we go through high school, we go to university, we get a degree, then we get our masters, then we get a PhD. It's bullshit. Only a very small percentage get through that. The education system has been designed to create professors and PhDs. I left school with no qualifications because I couldn't do it. But now I teach in university. I'm a senior fellow. It just proves the system is not right.
Yeah, but then again, I don't want to send a message to my audiences that education is not useful at all. And I don't want to send that message to my audiences.
I'm not saying that.
I know.
I'm not saying that. What I would say, everyone, is that of course education is important. You need to be able to read, write, to communicate effectively. What I'm saying is some of the things we are taught are not useful to us all. So maybe some work needs to be done to identify our strengths and weaknesses early. So Paul is not good at maths, but oh my God, he can talk. So let's give him some things on how he can communicate even better and use those assets, right? You're great with the languages, 5 languages, right? If that had been identified earlier in you and you were given more attention and a passionate teacher to teach you languages, you could have learned 6 or 7 languages instead of a great 5.